Hello, everyone. It's Michelle, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in South Carolina. And I am ready to start. I hope you are too. If you are here, please say hello so that I know people are here. And if you are following along with me, please let me know that too, so I can make sure that, hi Vesta, you're always the first one. Let me know if you're following along with me so I can make sure I go slow enough. And I apologize for putting the wrong measurements on there. I went to get all my materials ready for tonight. I did it this afternoon. Hi, Tony. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for sharing. And I realized that I scored that piece wrong, so I had to go look it up, find the girl who made it, and I so apologize for that. But let's get started. So we need cardstock. Hi, Nancy. We need cardstock that's 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, scored at 3 inches, embossed if you desire. It looks a little nicer embossed, I think. And then basic white or beige or very vanilla. You need 2 squares that are no larger than 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. Coordinating DSP 3 by 11 1/2, and it should be, excuse me, scored at 3, 5 1/2, and 8 1/2. I hope everybody got that message earlier. You could use some fussy cuts or stamped images or ephemera to fit one of the 2 3/8 by 2 3/8 squares. Liquid glue, dimensionals, and tear and tape. And oh yes, I was going to say, what am I using tear and tape on? Stamp set or sets for sentiments, greetings, and images. Coordinating inks, coordinating embellishments, coordinating ribbon if you desire. And it's a quick fun fold card. Something different I haven't seen yet. So I thought it'd be fun to try it. And I am featuring the Notes of Spring. This is the set that you get for $5 if you place a $75 order. And it's got some cute little figures in it, little animals, little grasses and stuff. So that's the set we'll be using. So I'll set that aside. So let's go. Nancy, you're just watching? Okay. Fold and burnish all your score lines. So you've got one on your card base. And I chose to emboss mine with that embossing folder. I don't know if you can see that. I don't remember the name of it. So that's what I did mine on. And then I chose to use some older paper, that bunny, that paper. So this is 3, 5 1/2, and 8 1/2. Okay, so let's score them, make sure they're lined up. I mean, not score, but burnish. So the first one is going to be a mountain. First one is a mountain. Second one is a mountain. The third one is a valley. Okay, so you got 2 mountains and a valley. I hope I got the right ones. We'll see. They can be folded the other way, so. Okay, that takes care of clue number 1. Clue number 2 is centering it here, the 3 1/2 inch by 11 DSP on the front. So you want the piece that you scored first, which is 3 inches, which will fit exactly here. Okay, so when I did my prototype, I put it more towards the bottom. You can put it anywhere you want. I think this one I'll try to go pretty much in the middle. Okay, So glue it so that it aligns with the edge of your card. And then it'll align right there as well. Okay. Who else is here tonight? Nancy, Vesta, Tony. That's it. Okay. So, I hope everybody had a nice Easter. We did. We had about, what do we have? 7 people, including us. 2 couldn't make it. One wasn't feeling well, and the other one had to work. So, we had 7 people. My husband made pork butt instead of ham because I don't eat ham, and he finds it to be too salty. So so make sure that's able to be folded, okay? And so he decided to try a butt. So we started it before we went to church, and it was ready by 3 o'clock when everybody was ready to eat. Okay, it says add glue to the last panel of the DSP and adhere to the right side of the card base while folding it. So what we mean by that is we're going to adhere it over here, but we're going to fold it first to make sure that it fits. And did I mess that up again? I did. I used the wrong side. Having a rough day today. I did. I should have used that other 3-inch. So let's see what I'm going to do here. This card has been my nemesis, I'll tell you. No, not going to be able to remove it. So this one should be 5.5, this fold. Where's my ruler? So this one, what size? See, that's 3, and that's 3, so I don't understand. This really drives me crazy. So this next one should be 5.5. And I've got it at 6. Pencil. So I'm going to make a line here. And see where the line comes out? That's where it'll end. So let me get my... This car was supposed to be so easy, huh? Let's see if I can fix this up. Where did I put my line? Oh, there it is. So let me see if I can score this. Line up with a line here. Line up my spot. So I must not have fixed it after I gave you guys the new numbers. So I said 5.5 and then 8.5. After I discovered I made a mistake, I guess I didn't fix my papers, so I apologize. I'm having a rough day today. 8.5. Yeah, that's almost right. Yeah, it is right. So it's just my second one I got wrong. Okay. So then you fold it on that one. And you fold it on that one. And that will line up with the edge of your card. And it's slightly off. Okay, so try to make it straight. I did wrong. I really don't. Okay, so line it up and get your last piece against there, against this end. Make sure you're straight. Yep. Okay, and then let's glue it down. Okay, so this should fold correctly, but it's not. So I'm going to make it fit. Wow. I don't know what I did wrong here, but it is not lining up. Well, I hope yours lines up better than mine. Made a mess. I made a mess. So that's the way this is the way it should look when you're, okay? You got the 3 inch, that's the 2.5, and that should be another 3 inch. Yep. Okay. Okay, now it says, center it here to the right side, base card folding. Be sure that's even and flush with the end. Okay, stamp and fussy cut or die cut some images. Well, I'm using this one, and of course it didn't have any dies that came with it. So you're going to do, oh, I need scrap paper. I'm going to fussy cut these out. So let me get some scrap paper. So I'm going to use an old color because I wanted a real light color, and it's called So Saffron. So I want my duck's color to be kind of light. So I'm going to do the, what is this? Darling Duckling first. It's easier for me to lay that inside. Okay, so let's do him over here. Okay, and then we'll do his body. Now he's a little tricky to line up compared to the deer. Okay, so that's my little duck. Hi, Kay. Okay, so let's put that aside. Get rid of my yellows. And then I'm going to get my browns, which this is crumb cake, but the label faded. It's always confusing. And pecan pie. Okay, let me get my deer. body. And I'm going to do his outline in pecan pie. Okay, and we'll do his actual body, which doesn't fit on here. So let me clean that off. Okay, and crumb cake. That looks like green by its label. He's a little easier because he's got the ears that stick up and everything. So there, he's cute. Okay, so I'm going to fussy cut. They're pretty little, so it doesn't take long to fussy cut them. So like I said, I hope everybody had a good Easter. We had pretty nice weather. It was a little overcast, but we went to church. Said to my husband, we need to go early because we'll never find a seat if we don't go early enough. And sure enough, we got there, Mass was at 9, and we got there about 8:35, and none of our usual seats were available already. And people were still coming in at, I don't know, 9:05, trying to find seats. But it was so cute to see all the little girls in their dresses and all the little boys in their either suits or little vests or whatever. But I did notice, I didn't see any little girls with little hats on. So I guess that's not a thing anymore. I know when I was little, we had little Easter bonnets. Okay. Did anybody else get this set? It's a cute little set. I guess you can't go wrong for $5. I don't know how much use I'll get out of it, but we'll see. Okay, there's my dock. So much easier to fussy cut when you get all that extra stuff out of the way, because it gets to be a pain when you're trying to turn your paper. Today it's overcast again. They said we were going to have rain, but we didn't get any rain. We need it though. We're very dry, but it's a pain because it stays overcast all day and then we don't get any rain. It's a little chilly too. But I'm sure not chilly like you guys have it up north. So I shouldn't complain. Talked to John's sister up in Maine and over the weekend, Saturday, and they were having, what'd she say, 30 degrees. Their weather was 30 degrees. And they're supposed to be getting some more snow. Lucky them. Okay. Okay, that's those two. Get rid of that. Okay. Okay, it says adhere the messages to one of the 2 3/8 squares using dimensionals. So before I do that, I like, let's see, I'm going to put him here. I don't like my animals floating in the air. So I'm going to put one here just so I can have an idea, and one here. And then I'm going to use my light crumb cake and just kind of make a shadow below it so it looks like they're sitting on the ground. Because I really hate it when they're floating up in the air. And okay, I'll do it around here. Yep. So it looks like they're standing on something. And then I'm going to use Old Olive, and I'm going to stamp a couple of the small little grass. There isn't much to this card, so I got to give it some. Let me get rid of these before I wear them. So we got to give it a little bit more than just the animal sitting there, so I'm adding a little bit extra. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that because that got broken at one of my classes. The girl tried to close it and she snapped it. Okay. And then I'm going to put one kind of in the middle and one off this edge. There. So now I'm going to put this here because I'm going to use it again. So now I can put my animals on. And they don't look like they're floating in the air. Okay, and I'm going to use dimensionals. You're welcome to use what you'd like, depending on what you have for things you're putting on here. And I need my small ones. Put on his head. And over on this side. And his head too. Or hers, whatever they are. Okay, so let's put a little deer. And it can go over just a little bit, but I wouldn't put it over too far. Okay, let's do this one. Little duck. Anybody else here? Oh, you've got it, Tony? Good. Yeah, this is, for this card, I think is my first time using it. So, they're cute. They're simple but cute. Okay. So now, if you're choosing to use ribbon, this is the time you're gonna put ribbon on. Oh yeah, that's why I needed my tear and tape. I was like, why do I need tear and tape? But then I remembered this. If I can find it, oh, here it is. So I put, because you can't glue ribbon, it doesn't glue well, I am putting a piece of tear and tape here. I'm just putting a little piece on the front here. And then I'm cutting a small piece, or tearing a small piece to put behind here. So when I wrap the ribbon around, try to put it so it doesn't hang off. Okay, and then one more piece. There. Now I can wrap my ribbon and it will have some place to stick on both sides. So let me go just a little bit bigger than my card. Okay, so I'm going to take that off, the paper off of this. Paper off of that one. And then the paper on the front. Ah, don't stick down. Okay. Now I'm going to put this right along the edge. Don't want it to go over too much. Right at the edge is good. Okay. Okay, so let me turn that under and turn this one under. And that tape back there will hold it. Oh, my tape came right off. One of those came right off. Try that again. Okay, try that again. Okay. There. Now we got a little extra something on there. And now this is where this is going to go. So you're going to overlap your ribbon just a little bit, and you're going to make it go so it doesn't go over the edge, but if you center it, it fits very nicely. Okay, see how I've got a little bit of an edge there and a little bit of an edge. So I'm going to put dimensionals on mine. Everybody with me? Kay says we have 37 degrees. It snowed, rained, and now the sun is shining. Oh my goodness. This time of year is crazy, huh? Okay, so now we're going to put this centered as best we can. So I've never done this fold before. I've done a Z fold before, but not like this. This is cute and different. See, so that'll close like that. Okay. So that's number 3. Let's go to number 4. Center and adhere that to the second panel. Okay. Now we're going to stamp a sentiment and an image, if we choose, on the second 2 3/8. So this is my second one. So I've decided that I'm going to put a couple pieces of grass on it, just to give it something else on the, okay. Now I can close this. Yeah, it is an interesting fold. I'd never seen it before. That's what's neat about me doing the, see if I can get this back together. Oh, I'll do it after. One of the girls snapped it right out of there. So I'll do it after this live. That Fun Fold blog hop that I belong to, I get to see a whole bunch of different kinds of fold because it's a Fun Fold blog hop. It's for demonstrators only, and we publish once a month, and I get to see all kinds. And this one I had never seen. It was Kate Finkel who did it. So I said, oh, that's a different one. I haven't done that one before. So I'll do that Monday night. Sometimes you run out of ideas after a while. So I was looking for some new ones, and when they posted their Fun Folds, I was like, oh my God, there's 2 of them that I've never done before. One of them is very, very long, so I don't know that I'll do that one on a live, but it was really cute. So I think I'm going to do yellow because I've already got green there. Actually, I could probably do brown. I'll do yellow. What the heck? What the heck? Let me line that up with my paper so I can be sure it's pretty straight. Let me see if this is straight. Darn straight. Okay. And then I'm going to put this up here. Hopefully I'll have it straight. My eyes don't let me have things straight lately. Oh well, best I can do. Okay. Then it says center and adhere on the last panel of the DSP. So I didn't choose to put dimensionals on mine. I just laid it flat. And I think it would be less bulk if we don't put the yeah, you know what I mean. Dimensionals. Okay. Yeah, it's a little bit crooked. So it closes like that to put it in an envelope. Okay, centering it here. That was the end of number 5. Number 6 says to embellish as desired. So because we have these new little cute butterflies, I said this would be perfect on here. So that's what I'm gonna, I thought I opened it already. I did open it already. Okay. The only problem is this is the in colors And I didn't use the In Color ink, so, but I think a lot of them would go with it. I don't want to use white. I don't have any pink. I could probably use this color and definitely the blue. Okay, so let's do a blue. See, it looks like the animals are looking at it. And I think I'll do a pink. And it looks like the duck is looking there, and he's looking there. And then I'm going to put one small one on the last page. Now, yeah, I think the white would look okay because it's kind of a pearl, pinkish white. See? That looks cute. So your card stands like this, folds like that, and it's a different fold, something we haven't done. Especially me. I don't know if anybody else has done it, but I have never done this one. You're welcome, Vesta. Can't wait to see your cards. This is the reason why I slip mine on the side. I hate doing this. Trying to get it back in the envelope. Do it after. So here is my prototype. I used the newer paper and it worked perfect, so I don't know what I did wrong the second time. But I thought it was kind of cute with the little butterflies too. I used all the same color on that one. I wonder if we can color those. I don't know. Anyway, that's my first one, my prototype. And this is tonight's. Cute. Now your quick fun full card is done. Please take a picture of it and post it on Michelle's Craft Cottage. I really do love seeing your cards. Thank you for joining me on mystery card number 92. I'm just amazed how many I've gotten to. And I hope to see you at 93, but next week is Quilt Week, Quilt Club, Quilt Guild. So it'll be April 20th when I'm back again for mystery card number 93. Okay. Please make sure to say hello, comment. Yours is a bit different. Well, I'd like to see it. Say hello, comment, and or like. And please share my video if you can. I sure do appreciate it. And I hope you like the card. I hope you guys all give it a try. It's surely not very hard to do. And if you've got the right dimensions, it's even easier. Well, I don't know what I did, but sometimes I just don't know. So thank you very much for coming along tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in 2 weeks. And have a good next 2 weeks. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.